Monster Hunter Rise on PC is fantastic, but those of us who have spent hundreds of hours playing the Switch version know that some of the default options may not help you to be the best hunter that you can be. Hi, I'm Sir Snorkelbum, and today I'm going to show you 7 menu settings that you should look at changing in Monster Hunter Rise for PC. First up, we'll be starting in the game settings with turning on your player silhouette. There are a variety of colors to choose from, so choose the one that you like best. Now, when that monster parks its large booty between you and the camera, you don't have to guess at what your character is doing. For our second tip, we'll address a complaint that I've heard especially from brand new players to Rise, which is that there is a lot going on visually. It can be hard to follow the action with the weapon effects of 4 players going off, especially if you chose a weapon like dual blades. Sadly, there isn't much you can do to tone down the particle effects of weapons since the hit effects setting only removes blood. If the visual clutter really bothers you, try turning damage indicators to don't display. This will remove all the floating damage numbers for you and your companions and should tone a bit of the visual clutter down. Now we'll be diving into your controls. First up, button hold settings. Set this to short. If you use palamutes to get around, which you should because dogs are the best, fight me, this will make mounting up almost instant, which just feels way better. Next up, sheath settings. This one may be a bit more personal preference, but I personally recommend setting this to manual. This does exactly what it sounds like. Your hunter will keep their weapon out until you manually put it away. There are a lot of situations in Rise when sheathing your weapon is the key to surviving, and this will give you much more control and freedom in doing that. For our last 3 menu tips, we'll be diving into the camera settings, though stick around for a nice bonus tip at the end of the video. First up is a simple one. Camera controls, reticle controls, and gunner controls. If you're like me and play with your Y-axis inverted, change this to type 3. I personally also think that fast feels best for your camera speed, but choose which feels best for you. Next, we'll set the camera style. You have 3 options here and you'll have to decide which you like best. Once you lock onto the monster by pushing in the right stick on controller or hitting Q on your keyboard, the target camera option will center your view on the monster with a tap of a button. The focus camera option will always follow the monster once you lock onto it. The do not focus on target option means you'll have to adjust your camera manually. Again, this is personal preference. Try them all out and see which one works best for you. Now, for the last tip, scroll all the way down to the last option in your camera settings and set your camera distance to 100. This will pull the camera back from your hunter and give you a wider view of the fight and the monster. This should give you much better situational awareness overall. And that's it. 7 menu items that should help make your Monster Hunter Rise experience on PC a better one. Just a side note, all these tips also work on the Switch version as well. If this video helped you at all, a like would be very much appreciated, and hit subscribe for more incoming Rise tips. Thanks for watching.